And we're live. Last we did all of this, fuels, everything good, fuel selectors. I did not, let me check fuel just to make sure we're showing. Increase that a little bit. I'll give us, just call it 44.
Oh, 46.5 anyway. Yeah.
And everything else, we're ready to go. And Concord Tower, Twin Star 458 Tango Sierra, holding short at 2, ready to go.
Twin Star 458 Tango Sierra, Concord Tower, Northwest departures approved, runway 2, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 2, and we'll be going north, Tango Sierra, thank you.
Roger.
Transponder. All in the green. Walk straight down the runway again with a little bit left to right, not too bad. Things bugged. Ready?
Yep. Left aileron anyway. You got unknown crosswind. There you go.
Spin around a bit. Gears up. Bird.
Yeah, there's a few of them out here.
Yeah. Amazes me sometimes how high they actually fly. Alright, so you want to go?
Oh, just a little. Yeah, just put it on north for a minute. 010. Alright, so are you already briefed for the RNAV2?
Pretty much. I wouldn't mind peeking at it again. I guess I'll go up too, don't I?
Put your autopilot on.
Setting. You want to do 3,000?
Yeah, 3,000.
Cap 3227, frequency change approved. Good day.
See you in a bit, Cap 3227, thanks.
I'm right here. Alright, we should be capturing altitude here. Lights off, gear up, flaps up. That's our cruise check. Altitude didn't arm. Oh, it did?
I thought it did.
Q.
Concord Tower, this is November 9er 7 9er 6 Charlie. 18 miles to your northwest, looking at transition at indicated 3300.
18.
Uber 9796 Charlie, Concord transitions approved, altimeter 2980.
Roger that, transition approved, 2980.
For 122.725 out here now. I guess, should I go head over to them?
Not yet, not till you get approved.
Alright, so we're going to do Khalid. We're going to come in and hold at Khalid. Bounce around this afternoon, aren't we?
Yep, it's going to be bouncy.
And Khalid is at or above 3100. Do you want to go up to that or just say we're
we'll
back
stay at 3.
Okay. Conti is our intercept at 2500, and that's 5.3 from the threshold. Khalid is basically 11.4 from the threshold. This approach is climb to 1500, then climbing right, direct Khalid. Traffic out there?
Nope, I'm just bringing you back so we don't go too far away.
I got you. Okay. At this point, our minimums would be 1,168 if we maintain the LPV.
Right?
Go to LNAV, that goes to 1440. Keep that in the back of my mind. We'll call it 1,500 for LNAV only. So 1170 we'll call it in the, alright, time to activate.
Oh, so you're briefed?
We have unavailable, excessive angle error. I am briefed, yes.
Oh, VNAV, okay. That's an interesting note.
What it says here. Alright, so for situation, Khalid is back this way. Don't have any traffic out here.
I think it's because our intercept is too, you got the procedure in there, otherwise I don't think you'd have that message. So, alright, 8 Tango Sierra, direct Khalid.
Khalid, so let me, I want to start using this.
Sorry.
Khalid, direct, enter. 8 Tango Sierra is direct Khalid, and then we have the nav here.
And now, typically, you could activate the approach here.
Okay.
But we know that this airplane, once it gets to the initial of Khalid, is going to turn right.
So I'll go back, I'll do the hold and the inbound on heading.
Yeah.
I'll do the outbound on heading, the inbound on nav.
Okay.
My head here. I'm cheating. More worried about procedures than I am getting hood time, honestly, at this point.
8 Tango Sierra, cross Khalid at or above 3,000. Once that Khalid cleared for the RNAV 2 into row N.
Alright, 8 Tango Sierra, cross Khalid at or above 3,000. Once over Khalid, cleared for the RNAV 2. Row N County, 8 Tango Sierra. Khalid 1.6 miles. So what, about a half? And they're telling me my whole teardrop.
Concord Tower, November 9er 7 9er 6 Charlie, looking to make a right turn, head direct to Monroe.
96 Charlie, Roger, you can proceed on course direct to Monroe.
Thank you much.
My outbound heading should be roughly 202.
I'm showing 3,300.
3,300, Roger, thanks.
That's what you have too, right? I was kind of worried about my altimeter earlier.
No, we're not going to be 202
Well, I'm not getting
here.
a readout on you as your altitude. Your mode C seems to be out.
Helps if I turn it on. How about now?
3,400 is what it's showing.
Thank you much.
All right, so I should be timing this. A little late on that, but we're going to go direct. We're not going to hold anyway, right?
No, you're just going to do the procedure turn just to turn inbound. I mean, the hold just to turn inbound.
I'm going to put my minimum is in at 1168. 1170, I guess we'll call it. On off of my map here, but we'll go ahead and start our inbound. Yeah, right turns. Be intercepting a 022 heading. Maybe a little early. On ahead, putting in approach power here. A little bit fast, not too bad. And at 022. Roughly. I'll really be back direct call it again. Initial.
Up, but not there, because that's the hold.
Okay.
You're going to go to Cottony.
Okay.
So you could now activate the approach.
Now I go activate. Hold. I should go back to nav here, right?
And approach.
Concord Tower, Helicopter 5 Romeo Hotel.
Helicopter 5, Romeo Hotel, Concord Tower.
Yeah, 5 Romeo Hotel is 11 to the south inbound for landing at Alpha Alpha 6.
Alright, so once we press
call it, we should get
on
Alpha and
glide
Alpha 6.
slope. It's the same thing with the,
Got to get inside the initial approach fix.
yeah,
Yep. And we're still terminal mode.
approach is armed, it's active. Once we pass call it, we should be able to get glide slope info.
A little bit of right rudder.
They had a little bit of left in there. There we go. Alright, so we got approach power set. Initial approach at 2.8.
Right, it's on the inbound approach course, so yep, good. You're starting to use that heading bug, because your flight
November
instruments are
96
still
Charlie,
these.
you're clear of the airspace to the south, now frequency change approved. Have a good day.
Roger that, frequency change approved. Have a good day. 96 Charlie.
Our final missed approach, once we have glide slope here and we're tracking that here, we set this to 3,100 for our final missed approach altitude. 1.7 out from Collard.
Okay.
Concord Tower, Archer 470. Alpha with you.
So I need to have this.
0 Alpha Concord, right to
What?
report a 4-mile final straight in runway 2.
Yeah, because that's after.
Runway 2.
Do I need to have that entered though?
We'll report it.
'Cause that looks like it might go to the hold.
No, but that's after the hold.
Right. We'll see what it does. That's calling out for a hold.
Towers, Archer 470 Alpha.
Okay, so now direct Cottney.
Archer 470 Alpha, say request.
470 Alpha, we had filed a secondary flight plan returning to RGU via the Bravo Uniform Yankee Airport. We were wondering if we could pick that clearance up on the go.
Why don't we have Cottney's our
let me check with Charlotte on that since they're the IFR facility, and I'll get back to you.
All right.
Glide slope. Okay.
It changed from terminal to LPV.
Here we go. Now we got glide slope alarm armed. Okay. Glide slope is alive. Active, I should say.
Going over to CTAF, he never did call us.
Yeah.
I'm over.
Low end traffic. Twin Star 458 Tango Sierra is 13 to the southwest, inbound on the RNAV runway 2, low approach, row in.
Okay. So we should be at 2500 by Cottney, which is 4.4 miles.
You're just going to stay up here until you have glide slope intercept, and then configure for as if at final approach, correct?
Right. Yep.
County traffic, number 2 to center through 4,500
Tango
feet,
Sierra.
about a mile or two to the northwest of the
Slope's
field.
active.
All right.
Inbound for left downwind, runway 02, row in.
Got jumpers, is that what he said? Yeah. All right, so what did we decide on the GPS? We need to drop gear at 1 dot, right?
We've decided that we want to drop it a little before the bottom hits the line.
Okay.
So I think that when the top of the diamond hits the halfway
First
scale.
dot, yeah, okay. All right, so we got approach power in. Got drop gear.
And then flaps.
Gears down, 3 green. Approach flaps are in. Landing lights, and we'd activate any lights that we needed. And lost our glide slope on the.
Didn't lose it.
Oh no, there. Okay, there it goes. All right. Above it though. A little bit of power, maybe that'll get us.
I wouldn't make a big power change. It'll grab it.
Mile from Cottney, or yeah.
Rowan County traffic, number 2, turning final, runway 2, row in.
Leaving altitude.
All right, so now I can arm this back to my missed approach altitude because we're not tracking that.
That's correct.
Fly a runway heading on the mist to 1500, then a climbing right turn.
Hey, Tango Sierra, ready, copy, alternate, hold, missed approach.
It would be if it didn't. What happened to my... Hey, Tango's ready to copy.
All right, runway heading, climb to 2,500, left turn to 340.
That's 8 Tango Sierra on the mist, climb runway heading 2,500, left turn 340.
Read that correct.
County traffic, side average over the field, 5 minutes, caution.
Now we're going back to paying attention here. Rudder in. All right, 1170, so we're 200. Oh no, we're 1,000, sorry.
Rolling traffic, Twin Star 8 Tango Sierra is a 4 mile final for 02, low approach, roll in.
Not headwind.
Rowan County traffic, number 2, clear all runways, row in.
not available.
All right, so now we're going to 2,500. We'll check everything. We're right on glide slope. You didn't specify continue climb, just climb to 2,500 at runway heading at 340.
Yep. And you adjusted your altitude. Very good.
Trying to stay ahead of things here.
See, it held it. If you had if you had your power up to 60%, it would hold. It just needs a little time to adjust.
Get back up a little bit now. I only brought it down. Even 10%.
I think we'll get in there and out of the airport before the jumpers.
And I'm verifying rain. We do still have LPV, so our minimums of 1170 still apply. If not, we'd already gone missed, actually. 1340.
Rolling traffic, Twin Star 18 Tango Sierra, short 1 mile final for 2, low approach. Roll in.
And coming up on minimums.
Minimums.
Autopilot.
Flying runway heading to 2,500. Don't need to climb that fast,
Pitch,
do I?
power, positive rate. Now something else.
It's coming up. Up. Taps are up.
Altitude.
To 2,500 and then round to 340.
Sorry, County Traffic Skydivers over the field in about 1 minute. Caution, please.
Okay.
He sees us?
Oh, he doesn't see us. The skydivers might. They're looking.
I'm going to climb around 100 knots.
You can turn on your autopilot, right? Heading. Well, always.
I wasn't at my 2,500 yet.
Looks like you got a little off runway heading then.
Autopilot.
All right, so now we can turn left 340.
I didn't want you to go to autopilot with the heading all the way over on the left. You want to center your head before you turn the autopilot on heading.
Gotta have that habit. Autopilot heading.
Tango Sierra, climb and maintain 3,000.
To 3,000, 8 Tango. For 0.
All right, let's go over to Davidson and pull up the ILS 6.
All right. Leveled off here first.
wind 020 at 7, wind variable between 320 and 090, visibility.
There now.
Rowan County traffic, jumper 2 departing runway 02 at Foxtrot, Rowan.
Alright, if you want to pull up the approach, heading and altitude,
Yep.
okay. I'll snake us around until
Plates. Going to Lexington, and you want to do the ILS?
runway 6.
Want to do vectors, or do you want to go
Worker.
worker? ILS takes us down to 983. Call it 990. Load or activate, or pretty close. I don't just load it for now.
Yeah, load.
It's not available.
Fantastic. Caution, one parachute in the air over the field, about 5,000 feet.
Oh, this thing, I didn't take this whole.
County traffic, Temple 1 descending 4,400. We'll be crossing over the north end of the field, entering left downwind for runway 2, OM.
Alright. So here we've got minimums 990 set, worker at or above 3,000, then down to John V 2400, Okaya 1600. This is a climbing 1200, then left to 2600 on 052 Vortac. Radial 228. 4. Then hold 17 DME.
Temple 1 descending to 2,000.
Ready?
300. 1 mile north
I think I am.
of the field, crossing over east to west.
Alright, 458 Tango Sierra, direct Woker.
Alright, direct Woker, 8 Tango Sierra. Don't know if that's going to take us. I may have to do heading.
Rowan
Bring
County
us
traffic,
around a
number
little
2,
bit.
climbing through 3,000 feet on the left downwind for runway 2. Going to be crossing over the approach end of runway 2 at about 3,500, and then proceeding northeastbound, Rowan County.
Rowan County traffic, Temple 1 left downwind, runway 2, OM.
Okay, so on your missed approach, you were late getting the gear and flaps up. Pitch, power, positive rate, acknowledge that, gear and flaps up. Otherwise, you did that one good. And we went ahead and I helped with the buttons to go ahead and go to Cottney because I didn't want to do one whole turn in that hold.
Right.
We are gonna do a hold.
Okay.
And now you're good. You are recognizing that, yeah, you got too much turn to navigate directly to Woker from here. So doing heading and then redoing direct Woker is what you want to do.
I want flight plan, direct, enter, and now nav captures. So this is calling for a procedure turn here. Do you want to do the PT and then back in?
It's a hold. It's not a procedure turn.
Okay.
It's a course reversal in a hold.
Rowan County traffic, info on left base, runway 2, Rowan.
Rowan traffic, Twin Star 458 Tango Sierra is going to be crossing the field on the northern side and then maneuvering just east of the field at 3000. Rowan.
Another airplane, Gary.
This is the same hole.
Oh, okay.
About that rudder.
Different airplane. Rowan County traffic, info 1, final, runway 2, Rowan.
Okay. 0.9 to worker.
So now you would probably want to bring up the flight plan over here.
Yeah, the only thing that happened last time is I lost the edge of my procedure turn on my...
Yeah, and I noticed that because it moved us down, but when I cleared and then brought it back, it recentered.
So now I've got all my altitudes there. All right, hold teardrop. That's recommending hold turn right 203, but that'll put us right on our outbound course, won't it? Yeah.
Well, eventually turn right to 203. You can't do that now. One, because of the wind,
Right.
and two, you need a little bit of space.
There we go.
And I would advise being patient because you need to get close to this outside with the wind you got here. We're going into the wind now, so that means you need to go out a little bit so that you don't go past the protected side, correct?
Yeah, it'll push us over pretty quick.
Yep, it will.
We'll have 19 knots at our back. Well, close to it anyway. Go ahead and put us into approach power.
Good. Now you can dial it back in. And typically what you would have done was cross that and go out at that 45-degree angle for a whole minute.
Yeah. Bouncy, bouncy. Once we get around close enough, I'll reactivate nav mode.
And 8 Tango Sierra, Greensboro approach. We've had a plane inbound that has not canceled IFR yet. I'm going to need you to do a hold at at least one turn in the hold. Expect further in 5 minutes.
All right, 8 Tango Sierra will enter or remain in the hold at least one turn and then further in 5 minutes. All right, so I can go ahead and go to my nav mode now. We stay on track on the protected side. The hold, do I hit direct?
What you can do is highlight the hold.
There we go. So now it's got me back direct to worker. Wasn't exactly what I wanted to do, but it keeps on the protected side. Is that okay to do that way? Or should I really try to track that inbound leg?
It helps to track the inbound leg, but this is... Oh, wait a minute. You got direct Woker in there. Yeah, you should have left it on that so that you're holding that. Holding the inbound leg. You're still protected, so technically you're okay.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Go over over there and get on the leg.
I put the cursor on hold, and I hit it, and activate. Now it's giving you guidance for the hold. And then when you're turned inbound, then you can go direct John V.
After we do one hold.
Yep, and you're on the inbound course.
I have my timer going, but
have you listened to the weather at Davidson? I ain't got the CTAF in there.
We got it yet.
I have those pieces too.
Should have had that done yet.
Central Rowan County traffic, skydiving at 5 minutes from 10,000 feet over the field. Please use caution.
And Davidson is 22.8. Go to them now, I guess, huh?
Yeah, you can. I'm going to put Rowan down here after you get the weather if you need to listen to it.
All right, yeah, I'm going to get it.
Davidson County Airport. Automated weather observation 2036 Zulu weather wind 020 at 7 gust 14 wind variable between 340 and 170 visibility 104,500 scattered 5,000 scattered ceiling 1,000 broken temperature 27 Celsius dew point 18 altimeter 29er 81 remark density altitude 2,500.
Again here.
Lake Norman traffic, R23 Mike, turning left base, runway 32, Lake Norman.
Davidson County Airport. Automated weather observation 2037 Zulu weather wind 020 at 6 gust 14 wind variable between 340 and 170 visibility 104,500 scattered 5,000 scattered ceiling 1,000 broken temperature 27 Celsius dew point 18 altimeter 29er 81 remark density altitude 2,500.
Lake Norman traffic, R23 Mike, final runway 32, Lake.
Got it. Bring it a little bit wide of that just because I want to I get pushed back in so fast again.
Okay. Now, look at what it has on your navigation. I know this shows outbound, okay, but what this navigation is giving you is the inbound course.
Right.
So that's why your displacement's all the way over there.
Right.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that you knew that CDI is not based on your path over here. It's based on the inbound leg.
I would just think that this would fly that hold since it's illuminated, you know? You've got it there, you've got it active. With the nav mode.
Yeah, if we were closer to it, I'd see if it would fly the hold, but I don't think it ever has.
I've never made it.
So this time, let's not go over the bound course, over the protected side.
Alright, I'm going to start our turn here.
And 8 Tango Sierra, Greensboro approach. You are cleared for the ILS-6 and the Davidson once established on the inbound.
Tango Sierra is cleared for the ILS once established on the inbound, 8 Tangos. Now I want to go direct John V.
Well, not now.
I need to get past worker first, or?
Well, you need to be established inbound. Because if you do direct John V, you'll be a diagonal line all the way to John V. You can go direct, well, Walker's not on there because it's hold. But I will get established and then go direct John V. Or activate vectors to final. Now you're inbound, right?
I'm direct worker now. Well, the problem is that in my flight plan there's a hold, so I need to take the hold out, right? Just here.
Okay.
Remove that.
All right.
Okay. Now it should take me straight into John V. Once we cross worker, I should get ILS. I switch, and I guess I can arm approach now too, right?
I believe so.
What it does now, according to what I was researching though, once we switch, this will probably flash and we'll need to reactivate it.
I would agree.
That's the stuff I really need to work out so I know what to expect. Somebody on the TIS, huh? Only 100 above?
That may be the jumper plane, and I knew he was going to be descending, so I've been looking hard for him.
Are you still on with Rowan?
Yeah, I've got it on COM2 on the monitor.
Why is this telling me to turn right? I don't want to turn right.
Because it thinks you're doing the hold.
Okay.
That's just...
We're 6.6 from John V. Nav source changed. There we go. So now I can reapproach because my localizer. Okay. All right. The glide slope is armed and glide slope's active.
It did what it was supposed to do. Since you were over worker, and that's when it made a change.
I don't know if they intended for it to work that way, but that's how it works. So no, it's half the battle.
No, I think they intended it to work that way.
No, I don't think they meant for it to drop out on the cap.
No, and the GFC would not. Well, I don't think it would have.
So you do get that alert there. It doesn't come up down here. It tells you up there. Now we must have a later version of the software than what I was looking at. Come up here and said.
Yeah, nav source changed.
Nav source changed. Yep.
Autopilot.
All right, so here we are. We're going minimums of 990. I need to call Davidson, huh? Davidson County Traffic, Diamond Twin Star 458 Tango Sierra is inbound on the ILS for 6, Davidson. All right, so we've got approach power set, glide slope armed.
County Traffic, 2 start hours away out of 10,000 feet overhead of the field, and 2 parachutes open 5,000 feet below over the northern end of the field. Please use caution, Rowan.
Now when we're on the ILS, we wait until...
43 Whiskey is 5 miles to the south-southeast, inbound for landing on 35.
Or were you doing that? The diamond touches the center, or were you doing it the same?
Top of the diamond.
Okay.
What we found is if we wait till the bottom of the diamond hits the line, that we go too far over. We still want some over, but not much.
So there's top of diamond.
Yep.
Landing gear is coming down.
Rowan County Traffic, Chopper 1, departing runway.
Here down, 3 green, flaps, lights, click, click. I'd activate the runway lights if I had any, or if I needed them.
Oh, if they're there.
If they're there, yeah. And we're on the glide slope, we're on the localizer. 2 miles to John V, at which point we're supposed to be 2,400 feet. That would give us an indication that we're doing it correctly. be, when we cross John V, will be a 6 mile. We're about 7.5 miles now.
Leaving altitude.
Okay, we're on the glide slope, so my holding altitude ultimately is going to be 1,600. All right, we're hand flying this
Autopilot.
one.
Brown County traffic, number 2, descending through 5,000 feet, 2 miles west of the field, inbound from infield, left
Scan
downwind.
is still
02.
here with guidance on the glide slope to see where you are.
Rowan County
So you've
traffic,
got both
number 1.
heading and localizer right there.
Runway 2, Rowan.
Looking for any trends. You've got a trend to the right of course. You need about 2 degrees left to the outside of the heading bug now.
Davidson traffic, Twin Star 8 Tango Sierra, 5 mile final, low approach, runway 6 for Davidson.
Just to the outside edge. Now that, and hold it until it centers. Don't turn back in until it centers.
Descending through 4,000.
There you go.
And the wind's just kicking me
And so
around.
now about 5 degrees, turn the heading bug about 5 degrees left.
Okay,
That's good.
deal. Rowan County traffic, number 1. Climbing to 1,900, turning left downwind.
For centering.
To Rowan County.
Is not available.
Good, your scan's working, airspeed's good. You pulled the power back to 50, I'm surprised.
Yeah, just a little bit above there.
Traffic, number 2, descending through 2,500 feet, entering left downwind for 02, Rowan.
Right. You got the heading bug centered, but you're a little right of course again, so you need just a little left outside of the heading bug. Glide slope good, airspeed's good, your scan seems to be working all right.
All right, final check. Lights, gear down 3 green, approach flaps are in. Fully set. Oop. Far off course there.
Rowan County traffic, number 2, turning left base, runway 02, Rowan.
A little below glide slope, you're doing all right.
Yeah.
Fix.
Add a little power to fix that right now.
How much?
Davidson traffic, Twin Star 8 Tango Sierra, 2 mile final, 6, low approach, Davidson.
Woolgrove traffic, Cherokee 43 Whiskey is crossing midfield for left downwind for 35, Woolgrove.
All right, so you need a little bit more left heading bug.
Rowan County
and
traffic,
left
number
correction.
2, final runway 2, Rowan.
That's good, outside edge of the heading bug. You're doing much better on the heading capture and hold this time.
Too far. Right on glide path, airspeed's good.
200 to go.
90. Oh, got her center back up.
Woolgrove traffic, Cherokee 43 Whiskey
Minimum.
turning left base for
Minimum.
35,
All right, well, I
Woolgrove.
have a runway, but I don't have a runway power and pitch first. And we're going gear. Flaps.
Lake Norman traffic, Cozy 57 Alpha Mike, left downwind runway 32, Lake Norman.
Woolgrove traffic,
fly
Cherokee
the
43
published
Whiskey
miss.
turning final, 35, Woolgrove.
All right, so I need to climb to 2,600 left, or 1,200, then left. Heading 052, which isn't much of a change to 2,600, which I started to. Heading 052. Autopilot heading. Vertical speed.
Altitude.
And now, suspend.
County traffic, number 2, clear all runways, Rowan County.
And now, change your nav source. Nav source.
No, here.
And go direct IC4.
There we go. is armed. 2600. We got an annunciator, we've already done that. Direct 84.
Alright, you did that good. Want to remember to unsuspend, to hit the suspend, because it's suspending the navigation to the ILS, so that you can continue to the IGPOR.
Got it.
Now, you can stay on the localizer, but you got GPS guidance here, and it says direct IGPOR and hold at GSO 17.1. So, given this, what do you need to have to technically do this hold? What do you need?
Need to have the Greensboro VOR 10875, which is DME.
Off of Greensboro, 116.2.
Oh, that's right.
You didn't have your missed approach nav aid in there. Bring up bearing 1. So you got DME. And it says it wants you on the 228, right?
Leaving altitude.
Which is about where it is. Look at that. Shows on 228.
Yep.
And you got DME, right? So you're almost there.
17.3. We're going to go into heading mode. I think we got our... Oh, we didn't capture our altitude. And I need to be on heading mode.
You don't want to go down at 900 feet a minute for 400 feet.
Oh, did I that far? Heading. And we're at IGPOR now, so we begin our turn, and I need my timer. I'll have that ready to go.
Lake Norman traffic, code 7 Alpha Mike is crosswind, gonna do left traffic, runway 14, Lake Norman.
My winds, I got 12 coming from that way, 13.
Zoom that out some. One way, yeah.
As well slow it down, no need to be racing anybody in the hold.
Lake Norman traffic, code 7 Alpha Mike, left downwind 14, Lake Norman.
Alright, we'll be a BMR fix in just a minute. So would you now take that down to the hold? Correct, enter that?
Yep.
Kind of odd looking.
Well, it's thinking that, I don't know what it's thinking to give you that, because the entry was direct. So it painted a picture on it. It's painted a parallel.
Yeah. My wind's coming in from the right still.
Lake Norman traffic, code 7 Alpha Mike, left base 14, Lake Norman.
Lake Norman traffic got a 182 transitioning just west of the field. 2,800 feet, Lake Norman.
Altitude, got everything set up.
Alright, can you change over to localizer 1? Do the hold based on that now?
Lake Norman traffic, code 7 Alpha Mike.
My course
left
needs
downwind,
to be...
runway 32, Lake Norman.
Okay. No, the opposite of 228.
Put the bottom of that there on 228. There you go.
There's 228.
Yeah.
Alright, so heading bug go here. There we go. Myself out of my loop a little, or out of my hold just a little bit, but
Davidson traffic. Twin Star 8 Tango Sierra is maneuvering over the field and 5 miles northeast of the field at 2,600. Davidson.
I can arm my nav and it should intercept that inbound radial.
Lake Norman traffic, 7 Alpha Mike, left base, 32, Lake Norman.
Yep, because you got the head of that up there. Good. And it says it's captured. It ought to fly it. Right on up to 17.1, right?
A little far out there, that was kind of a...
Yeah, you did go a little far out.
No reaction there on my turn inbound, but still on the protected side, so it's legal, but not ideal.
This airplane now is going to try to get back over there.
Lake Norman traffic, 7 Alpha Mike, final 32 Lake Norman.
About a 30-degree intercept, probably.
I'd let it just get there. It's got its own 20-degree intercept from there, and it's slowly coming in. You're at 20, so you got 3 more miles. And you're on the protected side. It's bumpy today.
It is bumpy today.
It's clear and beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Get above that base layer of clouds, it won't be bumpy anymore, but we're not working that high today.
Oh, we got to work down here in the approaches.
All right, so that should track. We should start our inbound turn now.
Skydivers over the field, 5 minutes, caution please.
And start a timer just to see how we do. Maybe a little late on starting that, but so I just need to be patient here. It's our wind doing, wow, 22 knot headwind. Taking us across the course.
Well, that's not good. Well, the GPS painted course. The nav you haven't gone over yet, but it is less sensitive too, because we're this far out. And it's letting you go unprotected. It's trying to hold it. ATC would be cutting you a little slack now. Your DPE might too.
Oh, I saw it happening, but why didn't it correct? I don't understand. I really, at this point, ought to be GPS back to IGFOR, but we got a 22 knot headwind. It looked like about a minute 10 to get us, so I go heading back here and we're going to roll back in.
Now, since you got on the unprotected side, you'll need to go out a little further, right? I wouldn't make a turn all the way to the outbound until you get out far enough.
That wind's making us work for it. We were a minute 10, so we need to shorten this probably to about...
That's kind of traffic. 0726.
What do you say? 50 seconds?
About 50 seconds once you're beam finally?
Yeah.
Anson County traffic, that's a helicopter. It's about 7 miles to the west of 1,500. Eastbound, Anson County.
Actually, we we would not have gone on the unprotected side based on the inbound or the outbound course I had earlier. It didn't capture it right away for some reason.
Well, it was trying to hold it, and I think the winds just got the better of it holding a VOR out there.
We had a pretty good intercept to it, and then all of a sudden it just...
Lake Norman traffic, 182, about 5 south,
enter.
landing, planning 32, Lake Norman.
Actually going to take about 5 seconds off because I had that started a few seconds past the beam point.
Okay, thanks.
County traffic, skydivers over the field. 1 minute, caution please.
Way over on the protected side here. Our 50 seconds. I'll go ahead and bring us back around.
Lake Norman traffic, you got a 182 entering left downwind, runway 32, Lake Norman.
Power set, airspeed's good.
Shelby Traffic, Skyhawk, 990 Victor is 6 to the north at 2000.
Helicopter is about 4 miles to the southwest at 1,500 eastbound Anson County. Lake Norman traffic, you got a 182 turning final runway.
Rural County traffic, jumper 2 departing runway 2, Rowan.
Okay.
Hey, Greenville traffic,
so we're on
4797-8.
Well, now it's armed.
Be sent up for the left base, runway 2, Big Greenville traffic.
As it gets closer, you got to let it get on the navigation source, though. What it's trying to do is wait till it gets to that needle, till it centers, and then it'll turn right. And as it gets close enough, it'll hold nav.
All right, I'm trying to get it there too soon then.
Yeah.
Just to time it and see where we land here.
I would start timing now because basically you're inbound.
34, full stop, Anson County.
Traffic, Skyhawk, 990 Victor, trying 45 for left downwind, runway 5, Shelby.
25 knots of wind now.
Lake Norman traffic, you got a 182 upwind, runway 32, I'll be more in the area of south Lake Norman.
Feels good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're upwind 32 and we'll be departing the area to the south Lake Norman.
There, see? Grabbed it.
Okay, now it just armed. Okay. So it waits until it gets really close to make the turn.
Well, I guess it's,
traffic,
you know, yeah, it does.
45 for left downwind, runway 5, full stop, Shelby.
Lake Norman traffic, 182 for the area to the south Lake Norman.
Downwind, runway 34.
We're on our radial. I guess just the GPS track is a little... There's a minute. We still...
It's really precise. There's 3 nautical mile ring.
Not very far off of it.
No, you're not very far off of it.
I'd be turning. Igpor is there. So we'd start our turn now, heading.
Yep. Okay. Hey, Tango Sierra, right turn to 090.
Okay, right turn 090, Tango Sierra.
And let's pull up the DME 24 into Davidson.
4 into Davidson, all right. so we're still on 116.20. Course will be 228. Highlight that.
Charlie 90 Victor, left base for room 5, full stop. Charlie.
Course is 228. We've already got that set in here. So our fixes are Ickpor, which we just passed. Actually, initial is descent begins at Ickpor, which is 17.1 DME. Then have them named really. Our next descent point, 19.9 to 1520. Alright, let me go ahead and clear all this stuff out of here. We're going to go procedures, select approach. Go our DEME vectors or GSO initial vectors probably, huh? Well, no. Well, there aren't any waypoints really.
Oh, there's not.
Minimums are 1360. 1360. It's only given us the activate option, so I guess we have to do that. Activate, yes.
Normally would hold off to activate until you really vectored close to it.
Alright, so Ickpor